everyone, my name is Heather and I'm the person behind Happy Puppy Truffles. Today I wanted to share with you guys another fun one of these make your own snack kits. This particular one here is made by Kracie or Kracie, I'm not sure how you say it actually. But this is the Popin Cookin series and Tanoshi o Sushi Yasan, so that means fun sushi guy, sushi place, sushi restaurant, fun sushi restaurant. So all you need is water and you can make these cool looking sushi snacks. Everything has a grape flavor, so that's kind of cool. And I've done this a few times and I love this kit. I think it's so much fun. I think of all of the ones that you can buy that are available right now, this is the best. So, I would definitely recommend if you get a chance, this is the one you should buy. Because it's just really fun and making these little guys is so cool. So, so let me see here what we've got. On the back you've got the instructions, all the things you need to do to make stuff. And I'll go ahead and open it up here. As with these kits, there's always this cool little kind of workstation place. These are sushi plates. If you go to Kaiten Sushi, where the circles around on a conveyor belt, these plates are familiar to you. But I'm just going to go ahead then and cut stuff out here so that I can get the work area that I need here. Sometimes this space also has like a little area so that you know how big to make something. This one doesn't need that, I don't think. Yeah, it does. See, yeah, for the seaweed, you need to fill this little square space. So having this is important. Get this part cut out. So that's a little space there to work with, and there is another little guy here too. So you know how big to make your rice, which is nice to have around. So there's lots of good stuff in here that you need to make everything. This is for making gohan, which is for the rice. And with all these things, they try to kind of show you little pictures, and the color of the words are all different too. So this is the blue packet. So even though it's all in Japanese, if you kind of look and follow your intuition and kind of see what it says there, you should be able to figure out what you need to do there. So that's for the rice. Then there's also this piece here, which is for the ikura, which is the fish eggs. And this is for the fish eggs as well. You need 2 parts for that. Tamagoyakis for the egg, maguro for the tuna, and shoyu, because you need soy sauce, right? So, and then the little piece of black, like starburst chewy candy kind of stuff there for the seaweed, and a little eyedropper, and a spoon thingy to kind of stir stuff. So this is the whole work area here that you can use, and it's all pretty easily marked. You've got area 1, area B, A and B, this area here that has this cool texture for the egg, and this texture for the tuna, and mizu for the water here. So we use all these places as we do things. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start off over here with the 1. We're going to pour some water all the way up to the top of that line where the 1 is. And then I'm going to put the rice mix in there. And you should be able to get a good consistency for your rice by stirring with that little stick. Sometimes these things, this step can take a little while depending on what you're dealing with here. Let's see how this one goes. Now, this really does wind up having the consistency of rice, which is really strange. But it gives this kind of sticky, clumpy kind of feel to it. You can see already it's getting a good consistency here. You want to try to include as much the powder, of course, so that it gets everything to be the way you want it to be. And it has this amazing grape smell, which seems weird because you're making sushi, but it's sushi candy, so it's supposed to be like that. So we get all that mixed up, and you make this cool little kind of consistency for the rice. So I'm just going to leave that kind of clumped over here for later. And then I'm going to go ahead and make the part here for the egg first, and we want to go ahead and put with the stopper enough water so that we fill up to the line in here. And you know, you could try to pour it in if you want first, and then use the stopper to pull it out if you need to see. I think I got that actually not quite good enough. There we go. You want to make sure you get it all throughout, and I want it to come right up there. And then we can go ahead and take the one that said egg, since it's the yellowy orange colored one, and put that in there. You want to just try to get it kind of mixed in here and equally separated, because it's going to get hard as we leave it for a while. So there we go. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do a similar thing on the tuna side too. So I've got both of those done. I'm just going to push them to the side for a second while I focus on making the seaweed that I need here. And again, it has here the steps that you need to take. It's summertime, so this really molds quickly. I know in winter this can be terrible because it's so hard, but this is going to be okay. So I just need to stretch this out to be the same size as what you've got here. So I've got that kind of worked out there. And then they say that for the next step we want to go ahead and in A and B we're going to make the steps we need to make for the fish eggs. And so I'm going to first put in A, I'm going to put enough water here so I can get up to the line again. You can use a stopper if it helps. I'm just going to put a bunch of water in here, or you can use, that's going to actually be too slow. Just pour it in here. Just, of course, be careful that you don't accidentally pour it into the other areas where we've got everything else sitting here. And I'll do the same thing on B. And if you feel like I just put like maybe a little too much in there, you could just suck a little of it out of there. This gets nice because it has a stopper, because you need it for making the seaweed for the fish eggs, but it's really helpful for trying to get things lined up right. So I've got both of those there, and then I'm going to put, just as it says here, there's A and B for the ikura. This goes in A obviously, and then the B one goes in B. Just kind of stir this up. And then we'll put B in here. Try to mix it up good so that you try to eliminate as much of the crunchy, powdery quality as you can. Some of that just sticks around a little though, it's okay. Got that in there. So we've got all these pieces done. Now what I'm going to do is first make the little guy with the wrap for these fish eggs. So they have over here on this side the little tip of how big of a rice you should use for that. So just to take some of the rice I made. It has this really weird fluffy quality to it. I love it. It's so cool. So that's just a little chunk of it right there. Super cute. And then you can just take your seaweed that we made here. I'm just going to go ahead and wrap it around. And I want it to be a little tall. That's good, because I want to be able to put some fish egg in that when I'm done here. So I've got this guy completed. Keep it more kind of rectangular if I can. And then what we do is we take the part that you see in B, make sure you squeeze your stopper, suck up a bunch in here, and then we're just going to drop it into A. And it's so cool how this works, because you really get little solid little eggs. This is like the neatest part of this whole thing. I'm sure there's some cool explanation for why this works. I don't know what it is. But you want to try to actually drop it far away and don't do it too slow. I wound up getting a couple that kind of look like teardrops. You don't want that. You can kind of see how that works there. That's a gross sound. And we just kind of scoot these guys along and get them to come out of here. And they're like totally look like real little guys here. And I'll just put them on my little sushi here that you see. Just scoop them out of here and put them over there. So you get that cool little finished guy there for the fish eggs, and then you can still make a bunch more because there's a lot left over. So they recommend some other fun things you can do if you want to do this other kind of sushi too. We can try to make that if you want. But what we're going to do first is we're going to focus on making the Mangu Roll and the fish, egg, the fried egg. So we just again need to take little pieces of this and make the right shape for the rice. And generally when you buy sushi you get 2 for a plate. So I'm going to go ahead and have 2 little ones here that I can use for this Mangu Roll that I think is done here. You should be able to cut it in half and get 2 here. So let's see here if it comes out right. Oh, that looks so yummy. Like a little sushi. Does kind of have a tendency to roll over. Let me see if I smoosh it down, it'll be okay. And we'll get the other side too here. And it's really just like the same consistency as cranberry jelly. This is, and it's got that, it's all grape flavor. So, so you see we got our little tuna there, Mangu Roll there, and then I can just do the same thing with the egg one too. And this is like oddly not sticky. It sticks to itself, but it doesn't make your fingers sticky at all. It's really weird. But I've got both of these little guys here for my egg one. I think the egg one looks a little too neon-y. It doesn't really look like real egg. The picture makes it look a little more like real egg. That kind of just looks too much like jelly to me. But get one of them there. And the other one. And it gives you the coolest little sushi, guys. It's so cute. Now, if you want to, you can also make the soy sauce. And the soy sauce you just make over here in one again. You just fill this up to the line and put this soy sauce mixture in. And then if you want, you can, drizzle a little bit on top of things. It actually kind of smells like soy sauce, which is really weird. Seems probably strange to most people because we use soy sauce for some desserts too if you sweeten it up right. So this doesn't seem so strange, but a little bit. But you can see here, you get it mixed up good. And you can, use this water over here to kind of clean out any, because I was making my little eggs before here. You can use this area to clean things out a bit. But then you can suck this up and you can do, like they kind of show on the cover, where you could kind of put a little drizzle of soy sauce here on your egg, for example. It kind of looks cool. So that kind of gives you a finished sort of look at this fun kit. It's just so much fun to make. It's not that hard. It's pretty foolproof. There aren't many ways that you can really mess it up so much, as long as you've got, if your younger kid wants to do it, make sure an adult's around to kind of make sure that the amount of water gets done right, because you don't want to see that get messed up too much. But it's just so much fun to do. So I would definitely recommend it if you guys get a chance to get your hands on any of the kits. Like I said, this is the best one. So I'll have some more fun projects and things like this to share with you guys in the future. If there's a kit you've seen and you would like me to do a review of it, please let me know in the description, in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to get to it if I can. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!